Okay, Alex.
Yep.
So, dude. So these are our new fenders. Ordered them. He ordered fender flares, but fender flares came in. Honestly surprised that those things are not straight up damaged. Getting this fender off, he's wanting to mess around with that, so. At this point in recording this, you guys haven't even seen the 488 for this thing yet because I still have to get that video edited and out, but that's coming soon too, which is gonna make this thing legit. Yeah. Never been able to see this water box though. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Like this is all, so that's what's hilarious about this car though. This entire rad support is literally supported by the bolt on the fender here, and then the bolts here on the steel bar though supports the.
It's just the fender bolt.
It works though.
Yeah, it never does move.
I mean, we could put spot welds back in this thing, but I'll tell you what's nice about doing that is that if we ever have to yank this stinker motor out, we literally, the entire cooling system comes out, all this front sheet metal comes out, and then the motor just, bleep, bleep, bleep. If you need to drain quickly, this thing is like the easiest thing ever. Yep. We do have a 20 AN bulkhead fitting down here that we could use, like if you really need to drain all of it out. Yep. But this is nice just to get it to a level where you can fill it up with ice, and then you're ready to go. So I don't think we've ever really showed that in a video, but so that's it. That's the fender flare. We're just gonna bolt it on like that. It's gonna be sponsored by your boy.
Like Evan said, I'm gonna sit here and, well, I'm gonna ruin these fenders. No, I'm scared. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care. Now this is where the music starts. I can make it work. Cut that out. This replaces that. In a sense, that goes there. We'll see how it turns out.
Alrighty. As you saw there on the Timmer laps, he got that thing all fitted on there. So the last video, I was kind of describing the entire rear diff scenario and what we were planning on doing. So now what I gotta do is I'm gonna cut out the trunk floor there. You can see here, this entire area has to come out. So we're literally like just cut in between the frame rails and remove the filler tube here. And then we can get the rear end kind of in, like, see how much better it fits without having the trunk space, because it's got to be kind of back. And then we've got that actually might prevent us from having to chop into that frame rail a whole lot too. But yeah, we'll see. Now look how straight my line is here. Like, holy crap, dude. We messed up. Floor is now out. We're putting a fuel cell in it, so because where the rear end's gonna sit, the factory tank just takes up too much room. So we got some cleanup to do. You can see like this bracket here needs to come off, and we were talking about like this section of the frame that crosses and connects the two frame rails. We're gonna have to modify that so that the rear end fits in there a little better, but. Yeah, that's some pretty good progress. So going from the baby diff to a man diff, and that'll be nice. So 8.8, hopefully we can get this done to where spring time we can actually get it out and ripping, which would be pretty cool. So we'll see, that's the goal anyways. But you guys know the updates and stuff we've done on the LSA swapped WRX, and we're doing an 8.8 swap in that car, and it's going to be independent rear suspension. And so this video is kind of probably blotchy just because there's been some time in between, but we are working on not only getting that car going with that swap, but we've also been doing some product development. And so that's kind of like the phase that we're in right now. And the whole premise is to upgrade, you know, the entire rear suspension on that car, the rear diff setup. And so what we have and what we've been having an issue with is obviously breaking the rear diffs in that car. Oh, this is like your stock spline. This is the output that goes in your factory, you know, in your factory hub for the axle. And we've been having an issue where you do this or you break the rear diff. And so we wanted to upgrade. You know, we got that 8.8 from the 15 or newer Mustang, and then we were like, hey, if we could somehow utilize that hub bearing, because it's got a big 32 spline output spline for the axle, if we could somehow utilize that, that would be ideal. I mean, look at the size difference here. I mean, we're talking some, there's some, you know, substantial difference there. So got a hold of Zach at IPF, and he 3D scanned in the factory hub. This is pretty stinking sweet. This is the first one that we've done, and so this is gonna be, you know, version 1. So there will probably be revisions, updates, but so far, from all appearances, it seems as though we've got it pretty ironed out. Zach did a killer job on this. Pumped about it. The only thing that we might change is instead of doing a flange like that, doing a thick, you know, flange, like a machined billet. But for now, we're gonna run with this and see how this works out. But we're gonna go ahead and get this stuff cleaned up and get it tacked up just to kind of get an idea of what we're looking at, and we can go from there. So pretty slick.